Hello, I'm Mark. Welcome to my channel and welcome to Movement Bites. Here at Movement Bites, we are trying to change our state. I am disabled from chronic pain and I often catch myself in a less than ideal state. Whatever name you give to it, it's a less than ideal state. Those states seem to be like magnets that attract other less than ideal qualities and you find yourself in a super less than ideal state. So the goal is to change our state, to calm our nervous system, give us some little sense of safety and feel a little bit better. First move today is ankle rockers. Nice. I added that one last week. So it helps if you have something to hang on to if you're unstable. We're going to rock ourselves, weight shift back into our heels, and our toes are going to try to come up off the ground just a little bit. Raise your toes, and then we're going to rock forward onto our toes and raise your heels just a little bit. It's a simple move, but we're going to put our attention in the bottom of our feet and just feel all the weight going, the weight pouring to the front, shifting back. What did I call this one? Ankle rockers. So not only are we engaging the toes and the tissues of the feet, but the ankles. So my ankles moving, getting all the bones in the feet participating in the same move at the same time, going up towards the toes, weight shifting to the heels. Let's do a couple more. Toes, heels, toes, heels. Now, this might not seem like a big move, but putting our attention in our feet draws our attention away from a less than ideal state. And this is what we want. Toes, heels. All right, let's draw our next card. Here we go. Arm swings. I need to move my chair just a little bit for this one. All right. Have your feet facing forward, about shoulder width apart. And we're going to swing our arms back and forth, but we're not going to be swinging our knees because our knees don't bend that way. So we're going to move from here. So I'm just moving this way. My belly button, my shoulders, and my nose are all facing one direction. So I'm turning this way, turning this way. And my arms are just going to be floppy arms. This way, this way. And you can go slow or you can go faster. If you go faster, your arms will do like a self massage. This is a wonderfully calming move. And put your attention inside your body. That practice of putting your attention inside your body helps. It helps me personally undo some of the habits of having my attention outside my body because my body's has ongoing pain sensations and my mind feels like, oh, I need to escape this. And so I find myself like just outside my body without my attention in my body. And from people who are smarter than me say that putting your attention in your body while you're doing a movement practice is one of the best things you can do to help your body, your heart, and your mind. So your emotions, your mental state, and your physical state are all being improved by doing this one move and putting our attention inside of our body. So I'm putting my attention in this torso move. So I'm moving forward this way, this way, this way, this way. And that's kind of all I'm doing. The arms are just going along with the move. And this is generating the energy flop the arms around. But if you notice, I'm not twisting my knees. They're staying mostly just going forward. So that makes it easier on the knees, and that's a way to do this without injuring your knees. And again, just goes, breathe normally. This is one of my favorite moves to do when I'm barbecuing. If I flipping a burger or something and then waiting in between times, I just stand outside doing this arm swings. Let's do a few more. This is one of my favorites. If you notice, like if you just stop, go to the end and then stop, the arms keep on going. That's what gives it a good flop to the arms. If you have a firmer stop, you can get a firmer body massage. But if it's a day when this type of a move isn't as convenient, then I just go as much as I can muster. Some days, this is what I do. And other days, I just stay on the couch. I'm grateful that I'm up and vertical, and I appreciate you participating in these movement bites. Let's pick another card. Stand. This one, we're going to stand like we're hugging a tree, or better yet, one of those big balls, and we're in the water, and the ball is filled with air, and you're hugging the ball, and it's just holding us up. I'm going to try to do 10 breaths. I try to do at least one standing meditation a day with 10 breaths. I don't know if I call it a meditation. It's not technically a meditation, but I'm being still. Breathe in and out through your nose. Imagine this aired up ball. You're not squeezing too tight, but also you're not letting go of it. And it's just allowing you to be held up. Now this type of standing practice is used for many things, but today we're using it to calm our nervous system and to change our state, to release some excessive tension. If you might find it, I'm finding tension up in through here today, and I'm just gonna invite that part of me to release that tension. One of the fun things about using your imagination is also you can imagine that you're a kid in the pool with a ball, and just imagining your earlier version of yourself, that kid energy is another helpful way of changing your state. All right, I'm going to take 3 more breaths. And if you're still hanging in there with me, nice work. Last breath. And if you're like, I can't do this anymore, shake it off like this. This is a great move. If you ever find yourself, I can't do whatever move, just shaking it off like this is a great in-between move all on its own. All right, we're going to pick one more card for this movement bite session. And it is Upholding the Moon. Nice. I learned this one from Demo Mitchell at Lotus Nagon. And I'm gonna go on an angle here just to show your feet are shoulder width apart facing forward. And we're going to be going up, bending our knees a little bit, shifting our center of gravity down. And then I'm going to bend over and make a big scoop. I'm going to bring the scoop up, upholding the moon. So I'm scooping up the moon, and the moon is rising, and I'm following it along. And my hands just turn around, and there goes the moon. And I just let it all go, and as I exhale, well, I think I inhale. Inhale on the way down. Inhale as we gather up. And now we're going to exhale as the moon, we release the moon. Continue to exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to gather up the moon. Exhale. Gather up. Gentle stretch out. Exhale. Let your arms just, your center of gravity all go low. Exhale. We're going to do 2 more. 1. Release. Exhale. Now if your breathing is shorter than mine, then you probably want to do it a little faster. You want to match it with your breath. And if you're breathing calmer than I'm doing today, then just go slower. And if you get mixed up, just do it however you think's best. Last one. Exhale. All right, we're going to do a closing move here. Thank you for participating in Movement Bites.